database. Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 2, the Mega Man Legacy Collection. Why are we doing another video? Only because I forgot that we've got the museum mode. So, let's actually go through and see what's in our Mega Man database and museum. Mega Man Rock was originally a robot created for household chores. Finally, the Rock has come back to Mega Man. He was modified for combat and became Mega Man when it came time to put a stop to Dr. Wily's ambitions. Then we have Anko, who was deep sea exploration robot, but Dr. Wily immobilized it in order to cut costs. Its weak point is obvious. So it was supposed to be a deep sea explorer, but now it can't move. So what its purpose is now, anyone could guess. Kaminari Goro, a robot originally made to gather climate data by throwing lightning bolts. After destroying it, you can take a relaxing ride in its cloud, which is also possible when it's not a war robot, but is in fact trying to gather climate data. Cuckoo, reconnaissance robot, for, patrolling the forest to make sure that the squirrels and the woodland creatures are not up to no good. Dr. Wily modified it to make it a more violent machine. You have the Claw. It works together with Kirog at the Underwater Robot Carnival. Okay. Underwater Robot Carnival is a thing. Here's Kirog, a member of the Underwater Robot Carnival. It creates petite Karogs inside its body. Goblin, leader of the robot. Once the leader of the robot circus, it was remodeled. Be careful not to touch its horns or its petite goblins. This thing was the leader of the robot circus, but not the underwater one. Shrink deep sea exploration robot. Try to ram into any enemy it spots. Shotman. He can do Jaeger shots all night long. Once a firefighting robot, it's modified to fire shots. It's best to memorize where the shots come from. Squarm, a mecha that produces metal pipes. What? It attacks by launching the pipes. The metal blade will make quick work of it, although it's not really metal pipes, but whatever. Sniper armor, a giant mecha controlled by a Sniper Joe. Because I always thought Sniper Joe was a unique character, but in fact they're a species of robots, I guess. Oh, the weak against airman weapon. I did not know that. I should probably look through these before playing the games instead of after. Originally created by Dr. Light for Mega Man to use, attack this strong... Not that we ever get to use it. Attack this strong enemy with a weapon that plays on its weakness, which is air. Springer, a robot that has rednecks come on its show and throw chairs at each other. Destroyed scraps of a crazy Razy. It becomes that much more troublesome when taking damage. Tanishi, another seafloor exploring robot. Change Key Maker, a robot who once used to work at festivals. You're sure it's not a forest clearing robot? Destroying it will darken the surrounding area, but that's nothing to fear. Telly, a security robot made for households. It records intruders with its camera eye, defended against it with the leaf shield. Oh, that's what those things are supposed to be, the spinning sprocket guys. Neo Metal, an improved version of the metal. How is it improved? It's pretty cute. Maybe that's why it's popular with girls. Attack when its face is exposed. Are these things popular with girls? Perhaps they are. A Baton. The robot was made in modern forests, any area that the rabbit robots couldn't get to. But apparently some people keep it as a pet. Destroy it as soon as it starts moving, especially if it's someone else's pet. A P-Robot. The most popular robot in the robot circus. Fuck that goblin guy. Try to destroy the gear it stands on. A Big Fish, originally a crime prevention robot. It leaps up from ponds, startling intruders. Remember where it jumps from. It prevents the crime of being alive. Pee-Pee? Co-Pee-Pees emerge from the egg-like capsule dropped by this aerial survey robot. Try to destroy the egg before that happens. Flyboy! Rocco Rock, a robot modified from a toy that employs a press attack. It moves quickly, so be sure to destroy it with rapid fire while it's on the ground. We always figured this is like the wimpy version of the Big Eye. The Press, a trap that detects enemies with its sensor and attacks when they get near. The only option is to dodge it. A Friender, a robot that will friend you on Facebook. I'm weak against quick boomerangs. I did not know that. Originally shot fire extinguisher fluid from its tail. Wait, don't these things show up in this? No, they show up in like Woodman's stage. Never mind. Originally shot fire extinguisher fluid from its tail, but it was modified to shoot fire, dodge fire, and retaliate. Okay, so at least they kind of gave this thing no explanation for its appearance, but they gave it a peaceful function that was modified. Blocky, a popular member of the robot circus, though not as beloved as Pierrobot. Pierrobot is the straight man, and Blocky is the funny man of this comedy duo. What? Watch out for his blocks when it falls apart. What? But you kill multiple, both. Matt Tasaburo, a prototype version of Airman. He often ended up blowing himself away. Make sure you don't get blown off course while jumping. That's what we always, Bobo and I, as youngsters, figured he was like kind of a clunky airmanoid. A mole, a hole digging robot sold for household use. They were cheap, so Dr. Wily bought a large number of them and remodeled them with drills meant for attack. Mon King, an ape-like industrial robot made for work in the forest. It's kind of a low-market guts man. Its body's heavy, so it can't move much. Attack it when it stops moving. Robot? Yeah, hey, how is this different from the other one? A forest reconnaissance robot just like Cook. Surprisingly sturdy, so beat it with rapid-fire attacks. I don't remember this being a separate like there being two separate rabbit robots. M445, a smaller modified version of CWU OIP, which I think was a boss in the last game. She has enemies underwater. Careful not to jump into spikes. Watch out for spikes. And the Mecha Dragon, most of its body is actually just a hydrogen balloon. Watch your step when fighting it. Its function to kill you. Pico Pico-kun. It was originally a security system in Dr. Light's house. Like, you just go into a room, but the entire room would try to kill you. Dr. Wily repurposed it for evil. Find a safe spot to stand and beat it from there. So I guess when it was in Dr. Light's house, the parts would assemble and then like yell at you to leave instead of killing you. We got the Guts tank, a large mecha based on Gutsman's design. It apparently gets terrible gas mileage. Perhaps it's not actually as strong as it looks. I don't know, I managed to lose to it a couple of times. Boo Beam Trap, which should be the Bobo Beam Trap, but security system that's shockingly hardy. So this is a wimpy security system. This one's hardy. If even one remains undestroyed, the stage won't be cleared. Figuring out the order in which to destroy them is key. Wily Machine 2, it attacks with anti-gravity energy shots. Starts attacks by jumping near the edge of the screen. And Alien. It's actually... See, now this is why you don't want to read these things before you play the game. Other than the fact that it's full of cheaty tips. It's actually just a holographic projection being controlled by Dr. Wily. His final foe can only be damaged by the weapon that plays on its weakness. Oh, by the way, I found out in Mega Man's 3's final boss, which I always remembered could only be defeated by the very stupidest attack, is actually susceptible to 2 different attacks. There's another way to beat it from the way I always beat it as a kid, so I found that out recently. I think I'll beat it the way I beat it as a kid anyway. Heatman, an exceptionally heat-proof robot that can control fire at will. And can control fireman's will. Be sure to jump and dodge his tackle attack. You call it a tackle attack? I call it he turns into a jet of fire. Airman, who, as I recall, from the novelization of Mega Man 2, because such a thing existed, they had these books to get video game crazy kids to read. So they had, like, I remember there was a Metal Gear one. There was also a Mega Man 2 one. Because I remember reading the blurb on the back of the book at the bookstore, and it said, Airman was the scariest looking robot Mega Man had ever seen. I was like, oh man, what tense writing this is. But anyway, Airman, a robot with a unique design who has a strong fan installed in his stomach. Be prepared to take some damage and just keep firing at him. See, I always thought it was his mouth more than his stomach. But either way, yes, beating Airman without taking damage, it's actually easier to do in Mega Man 3 when he returns, spoiler alert, because in that game you can slide. I never figured out how to beat him without taking hits in Mega Man 2. Woodman, kindly but powerful. This robot is equipped with the almighty Leaf Shield, which can deflect any attack. When the shield's down, that's your chance. Although, it shows this weakness as being a Heatman weapon, but in fact, Crashman weapon can penetrate the shield, so the deflect any attack thing is bullshit. Bubble Man. The first underwater robot. He's pretty cute when swimming around. Make use of your higher jump and attack him. Quickman, by far the most mobile of Dr. Wily's robots. Can you match his speed? Use the train to your advantage when attacking. Flashman, equipped with a system that can stop time, at least for a little while. He's not a strong attacker. Fight in the middle of the arena, and his attacks will be easily dodged. Except that he can freeze time. He's not tough because he doesn't attack very often, and he doesn't move that fast, so he's not that difficult to hit. That being said, his attack is not easily dodged, it's just that he doesn't do it that often. It basically requires a lot of luck to dodge his attack because he freezes you, and if you're in the path of his shots, when you're frozen, you are hit. Metal Man, a robot whose design is based on that of Cut Man. I guess he's got a blade in his forehead, but unlike Cut Man, he doesn't use it. The key is to watch his quick movements and dodge his metal blades. Crash Man, a robot with a sturdy body, he's barely even phased by most explosions. It's not too bad as long as you can dodge his crash bombs. And Mega Man again. So the museum, we've got production art of Mega Man with a stupid looking tornado coming out of the top of his hand. Basically it's a bunch of stuff we've already seen, except these really crappy pictures of Mega Man using the weapons. That one's awful. It's Mega Man doing a weird pose and a bubble floats in front of him. Dr. Wily and the Dr. Wily logo. Are we not going to get artwork of Mega Man freezing time? There's Mega Man getting ready to sit down to take a dump. There's item 2, although this is clearly a picture of him doing a number 2. Well, now I'm just stalling because when I realized I didn't do a full video of this, there's Metal Man blades. The European... Whoa! Europe got some weird-ass game art for this. Look at that. There's like a silver metal dragon. Now, I guess there is a kind of robot dragon, although it doesn't look anything like that. What that is supposed to be is anyone's guess. Mega Man himself looks... I don't know, it's a Wily Castle. What the hell was that thing supposed to be? Anyway, I vaguely remember the American artwork. It didn't look obviously like either of those. Oh, promotional image of Mega Man and his Mega Friends. So it's Mega Man chilling out with the robots of Mega Man and Mega Man 2. Now, as kids, Bobo and I, we would have those little G.I. Joe figures, and we'd use those G.I. Joe figures to play different games that had nothing to do with G.I. Joe, including ones based on video games. And we did used to play a game that involved Mega Man and the robots, and we always had this notion that after the events of Mega Man 1, that the Mega Man 1 robots were built by Dr. Light, so once they were defeated and Dr. Wily's reprogramming was like shut down, they would be friendly again, so he would have allies. But the Mega Man 2 robots we figured were built by Dr. Wily, so they were like evil. So watching them all hang out together goes against everything I thought I knew. Quick Boomerang, Quick Man, Returning Sniper Joe, Robert, Squirm, okay. Looking for stuff we haven't already seen here. There's I was making a joke, but there is in fact a action shot of Mega Man freezing time. Wily Castle, pretty terrifying. This is backwards here. Form 2. This is Form 1. This was Form 2. Character files, okay. Did you guys know that there's air slits on the back of Airman? Well, now you do. Did you know that there's little things on Metal Man's back? Now you do. Oh, looks like Metal Man is based on the monkeying design. Did you know that Pippi has a little rocket jet exhaust ass? Did you know that Woodman's really dumpy? Oh, that's interesting. So this concept art of the Bubble Man stage makes it look a lot more interesting than it really is. Enemy sketch. I guess these are enemies that did not make the game. I wonder what that one would have done. Unused enemy? Yeah, I can see how maybe you wouldn't want to use that one. That probably became Magnet Man later. Woodman stage. That's more or less what we got. Unused boss sketches. Bargaman. Now, see, this is new to me. Okay, so this is vaguely interesting. Bargaman, I don't know what his deal would have been. Boomerang Man obviously becomes Quick Man. There's Bubble Man looking a little bit more generic. Drill Man. Didn't they actually do a Drill Man later? I guess not. Elephant Borg. Well, they did that. Yeah, the X series had those stupid animal robots. Green Man. Hornet Man. Iron Man. I like the 16-ton thing for a head, but the Iron Man thing's been done. Kong Man. Wow. Oh, I wish they'd done Kong Man. That's pretty awesome. Light Man for those light days. Metal Man. Unused boss Metal Man? Blast Man. Nice. I love the picture. It's just like kicking back with a can of oil as a beer. Power Man. Pump Man. The Strata Pump Roof. Shout Man. Sounder Man. Some Guy Man. Some Other Guy Man. Didn't they? But they eventually did Night Man. That basically became Bubble Man. Faucet Man. I'm just, you know, sometimes I read stuff because I know, like, Zerfall has mentioned to me, and I'll do the same thing with other people's LPs. There'll be LPers I enjoy, but I'll listen to their LPs on headphones or something instead of watching the LPs while puttering around in the kitchen or whatever. This is not the video for that, folks. I'm like, oh, look, Wind Man, Worm Man, Faucet Man. Yeah, not meaning much if you're not watching it. The Mega Man Refund. This seems like really boring concept art, considering that they didn't give us the USA, the actual USA promo art. But now I'm kind of wondering if the museum for Mega Man 1 had stuff we didn't check out that we should have checked out. Got a couple of advertisements. Yellow Devil promo artwork. Dr. Wily Machine early concept. Screwdriver, Robot Factory. Here we go. Oh, never mind. These aren't bosses. They're just Pickle Man, Pepe. Maybe we did go through all these. Iceman stage, concept art. This is just like anything that was anybody put on a piece of paper that they can vaguely think might have once had something to do with Mega Man. Hulk Man concept art. Dr. Wily as what's his name? The guy who does like zany. He was Stan Lee. Just like he did some comic book stuff, so now he has like inane cameos in every movie. Original Dr. Light. He was a little bit chubbier. Crazy Razy. Bomb Man mass production model. Bomb Man stage. Early concept of Bomb Man who covers his ears after he throws a bomb, which kind of makes sense. The Bomb Man. Adhering Susie. Hey, check it out, folks. Roll's got a nice thing on her back, which is indicated by the number 1. So, are rock and roll supposed to be like brother and sister? Are they supposed to have like a burgeoning robo-romance? I don't care. I just never was clear on it. I guess they're supposed to be like brother and sister. Alright, well, I'm not really getting too much out of this, and I feel like we already saw most of it. I am curious, though, about... Because I'm pretty sure I read through these, but Robot made to monitor enemies. Yeah, they never actually describe what its frickin' point is. Well, there you go, folks. I think I got more out of that than I was expecting to, and I realized I never did that video. So, there you go. Call this a bonus video. Yeah, it was longer than many of the videos in the series itself. So, when we come back, folks, well, we're not coming back. This LP's over. I'm probably going to start messing around with Mega Man 3 tonight, but that's a separate LP. So, as far as you guys are concerned, it's a whole new ballgame. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And, really strong inclination how like to close on one of the let's close on Faucet Man here. Watch out, folks. Your faucet man will come for you. See you guys.